Big one for the 3-year-olds at Monmouth Park on Sunday. It's the main event of the entire Monmouth Park meeting, the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational. 3-year-olds, 9 furlongs on the main track. And really, this was an important race for a number of reasons. Could Good Magic get back to his winning ways? We hadn't seen him win a race since the Bluegrass on the Derby Trail leading up to the Kentucky Derby anyway. But realistically, for more reasons than just getting back to his winning ways, it had more to do with the fact that now that Justify is gone, this 3-year-old division is totally up in the air. And it's looking for someone to sort of grab the bull by the horns and say, this is my division now. You knew Good Magic was going to be a heavy favorite in the Haskell. The question was, would he deliver? Indeed he did. Frank Miramati with the stretch run.
Control with a quarter of a mile to go. He opens up a 3-length lead on Bravazzo. Core Beliefs hugs the rail and is running a good one on the inside of Lone Sailor. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go, and Good Magic's clear by 4. Bravazzo an honest second, but the champ is back. Good Magic, in a good-looking performance, cruises home in the Betfair.com Haskell Invitational under Jose Ortiz.
Good Magic gets the job done with a 98 Beyer speed figure, winning the Grade 1 Haskell Invitational. Comes home in 13:04. The runner-up is Bravazzo at odds of 5-1. And the third-place finisher is Lone Sailor in here for Tom Amoss, also at odds of 5-1. Let's talk about Good Magic a little bit more. He's just under $3 million in career earnings. He's 3 of 8 lifetime, owned by E5 Racing Thoroughbreds and Stone Street Stables, LLC, trained by Chad Brown, bred by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings, LLC, in Kentucky, ridden to victory by Jose Ortiz. See the pedigree at the bottom of the horse card. He is by Curlin out of a hard-spun mare named Glinda the Good. Again, 98 Beyer speed figure, got that final 8th in 13:04, but it was a very comfortable win for Good Magic in a spot like this. Chad has said that it sounds like and feels like he's going to end up going to the Travers. Just got to wait and see, make sure the horse is okay. The only real concern for a horse like this at this point really is, does he want to go 10 furlongs? A runner-up effort in the Kentucky Derby, I suppose. I mean, again, if you strip Justify from the race, he wins. So maybe the 1.25 miles isn't going to be a problem for him. He's going to be one of the favorites going into this spot, along with a horse like Hofberg, who you'll see in the stakes montage later on. I thought this was a good effort, but again, I'm not trying to diminish what he accomplished. Look, a Grade 1 is a Grade 1. He did what he was supposed to do. Very similar to the way that Hofberg did what he was supposed to do in the Curlin on Friday afternoon. You're supposed to go out there. You're better than these horses. You're faster on paper. There are questions about the quality of everyone else. You're supposed to go out there and get the job done, and that's exactly what he did. Check. Good. Now the question becomes, can you really take control of this division against the better horses? Because let's just call a spade a spade. This was not a stellar edition of the Haskell. So he went out and Good Magic did what he was supposed to do. He has the connections in his corner. Now the question is, can you get out to 10 furlongs? Can you do it at Saratoga? And can you really be the one going forward that takes over and says that this is my division now? Justify, he's gone. He's in the rear view. Now we're looking forward. This is my division to be had. Bravazzo had a little bit of a shoe issue in the race. Wayne Lucas says he is good to go. He shows up and runs each and every time. And okay, maybe he's not as talented as a horse like Good Magic, but you know what you're going to get out of him. He's going to come with an honest effort. They're going to go to the Travers with him. I think 10 furlongs works better for him maybe than a horse like Good Magic. Now, does that make up the difference? And we've talked about it. Distance is usually the great equalizer. Does that narrow the gap as far as talent and ability is concerned? We'll find out. Sprinkle in some other good talented horses. And that Travers, it may not be a stellar race. It's a pretty darn good race on paper right now anyway, if everyone shows up. And it's interesting. I think there are a number of storylines that could come out of that Travers up at Saratoga at the end of the year. Lone Sailor continues to be a little bit of a disappointment in a spot like this. I think at the end of the day, you got to wonder, does he want to go shorter? I wouldn't mind seeing them try to turn him back for a race like the Allen Jerkins. I don't know if that's actually what he wants, but I think you got to try something a little bit different now. And as far as Core Beliefs is concerned, a little bit of a disappointing effort, a little bit farther back than I think probably than ideal. The inside, you've heard some people discuss whether or not maybe that's not the place you wanted to be on Sunday afternoon. Core Beliefs, we have seen him do enough good things to just totally write this off and say that he was a one-hit wonder. I think he's a good horse. It'll be interesting to see where they regroup with him. And as far as Golden Brown is concerned, I think Golden Brown needs to go back to the turf. I know it sounds like the connections believe that he's okay and capable of handling the dirt. To me, he is just much, much more a turf horse than a dirt horse. And at this point, I would say let's stick to what he's good at. Not that he's not, he's okay on dirt. He's just okay on dirt. I think he's far superior on turf. Love to see them go back there. Good Magic, really, this race boiled down to him. Coming into it, it was about him. Coming out of it, it is about him. Now the question is, can he go on? Can he win a race like the Travers? Can he win a race like the Pennsylvania Derby should they decide to go there? But it sounds like the Travers is really what the situation is going to be. And can he handle some other horses? Some other more talented horses than what he faced here on Saturday. He looks good. The 2-year-old champion is in great form. He got through the Triple Crown season. Okay, maybe it didn't go quite the way that the connections would have hoped that it would have, but he's come out and it seems like he's no worse for the wear. A 98 buyer for Good Magic winning the Grade 1 Haskell.